Today I'm continuing some improvements on my Cub Cadet. It is a 2019 that I bought new with 152 hours on it. I decided to do some upgrades to the seat. So I'm going to start out by doing the armrests. This is very simple. If you feel into the side of the seat, and I marked it with a white marker just for the video purpose, you'll feel two indentations there. The top bolt goes through the armrest, and the bottom is just a pen to hold it in place for when you flip up the armrest. So this should be pretty simple. After this, I'm going to move on to the suspension seat. After the armrests, I will be converting this seat into a suspension seat with a suspension base from Vevor. This is beyond simple. I just took a blade, that one, made a couple X's, and the bolt will just tighten down. Doesn't get any simpler than the videos online say that you have to extend this wiring harness for the seat switch 18 inches. Looks like there's 5 wires, but once you peel off the wire loom, there's only 3. A green, yellow, and brown. The kit comes with 2 wires that's 22 inches long. So what I did is I had an old boat harness, trailer wiring harness laying around. So I just used the 3 wires out of that. They have the matching colors, and I matched it up with the same length of the 2 wire that came in the kit, which is 22 inches. So from what I understand, the easiest way to do this is to extend the wire first, attach it to the seat, then bolt the bracket down. Otherwise it's very difficult once the suspension base is in to get the wire attached. Hope this helps. So one thing you need to do on this model is extend the seat switch, because it now has to exit out of the front once you get the suspension seat mounted. So I'm extending it 18 inches. I'm just using 3 wires from an old trailer wire light kit that I had laying around, and I'm using these hyper wire solder connectors. So as you can see, the 2 wires go under through the solder in the center, and this little stand helps. And you just melt the solder, and the little red ring there that you're seeing that I'm heating up actually also grabs the wire. Hope this helps. Okay, those 3 wires are all connected. Took the ohm meter and ohmed it from end to end on the connector, just to make sure that the wires were seated well. So far so good. So if you're putting this Vevor seat or the Trac seats suspension base onto your ZT1 Ultima mower, a couple things you need to know. One, you're going to need 8 3/4 spacers and 1.5 inch bolts. So this bolts to the bottom of the seat. The reason you need spacers on the top is to give clearance for this seat switch. And here's a look at the spacers I purchased. They're 3/4 of an inch. The reason you need them on the bottom, is so that the suspension seat has enough room to go up and down to actually provide the suspension without hitting the bottom of the base. So I'm going to go ahead and get this together. One thing of note, I did order this kit from Trac Seats, which was $21 or $22, I think. It came with the longer bolts and the spacer. And here's that kit. The problem is the Vevor kit, the nylocks that they provide are a different thread pitch than these bolts. So fortunately, I had these that I purchased a long time ago from Harbor Freight, and the ones that fit the longer bolts are these. So I hope this helps. Okay, I had to remove these knobs. They were on the front part of the seat, or the bottom with the seat folded up, as well as these bolts. You can kind of see how those went into the track, and then the other ones were on the bottom. They were very tight. One thing that you need to know, this will save you just a little bit of work, is attach the switch wire to the bottom of the seat before you set the suspension frame onto it. With the 3/4 inch spacers, there is not enough room to get in there. Hope this helps. Okay, the seat project is done. This cable is stretched out a little bit with the extra weight of the suspension base, so I'll probably add a cable to both sides, maybe, or just run it the way it is. So I did need to add a couple fender washers here. Other than that, the nylocks seem to be holding everything well. Let me flip the seat back. Looks good. I ran the wire out the front for the safety switch on the seat and ran it under that bar. That way it's not interfering with the suspension travel of the seat. Already took it out for a little spin, and it is a major difference. It does raise the seat about 4 inches. It's very comfortable for me because I had the bars extended all the way out. They were actually a little tall. So I hope this video helps someone. I'm going to show real quick a couple comments about Vevor. Vevor advertises tough tools at half the price. What I found out about Vevor is it appears that they don't make anything. They buy everything from manufacturers, so they don't really manufacture anything. With that being said, this was purchased on eBay for $73. It looks like an exact carbon copy of the Trac seat, which is $179. The only difference I could find is that this seat has a couple more holes drilled in it. Other than that, it seems to work exactly the same. So I hope this helps. I will have links to everything in the video description. Thanks for watching.